down and cut it on. In your pussy you can back up for a nice. But not have nothing in your pussy you can break. But not have no cover, no one in your pant. But that you can go flat down and cut it on.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is my very first Halloween tutorial of 2018, and let me tell you guys, I absolutely freaking love it. It came out way better than I expected, and it took lots of time and lots of effort. So please do me a huge favor and give this video a big thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button so you can watch more. So first, I'm going to start off with my foundation. I'm going to be using the Lancome foundation, and whatever foundation you use, just make sure that it's very full coverage. I did have to use 2 layers of this foundation to make it a very full coverage. Then I'm going to use the Instant Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline, and I'm going to conceal all the areas that I normally would, like my under eyes, bridge of my nose, my forehead, and I'm just going to blend it out with the damp little beauty sponge. To set the areas where I concealed, I'm using the Airspun translucent powder, and I'm not letting it sit for too long, so I'm just going to dust it off with a powder brush. And now we get to the fun stuff. So I bought this See No Evil fake prosthetic from Party City. It was about $10, and then the spirit gum was about $4. And first what you want to do is take it out and kind of like measure it to your face so you can get an idea of where the makeup is supposed to go. You can actually choose to do this at home. I'm sure there's lots of videos online on how to create a replica of this instead of buying it. But you know, for the purpose of this video, I went ahead and bought it just to save some time. So I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette because it has a black shadow. You can use any palette of your choice that has a black shadow, and literally what I'm doing is I'm pressing the black shadow onto the lid. What you see here is me kind of more spreading it around, not really much blending. There's literally no blending required into this look because the prosthetic is literally going to go over the eye, so you're not going to be able to tell if it's nicely blended, if it looks pretty or not, none of that. So literally just pat the black, make sure that it looks very dark, and also make sure that you get the lower lash. You're going to end up looking like a raccoon, but you know, hey, it's the process, we're getting there, it's going to look nicer, I promise. For this next step, you can choose to skip it or not. I would probably recommend skipping it. It's totally pointless. There's really no reason to do it. But I did take the Huda Beauty Mauve Expressions palette, and I used the darkest red in that palette, and I just put it on top of the black. The prosthetic is going to go right over it, so you're not even going to be able to see it. It's better to have a black base instead of a reddish black base. So then take the prosthetic and kind of like measure it out to your eyes so you can get an idea of where the spirit gum is going to go. I'd probably recommend you putting the spirit gum more towards like the outer edges of the mask instead of like too close to the eyes, because the spirit gum can cause some irritation to the eyes. I learned that the hard way, just letting you guys know before you guys make the same mistake that I did. So then just apply the little mask to your face and then start pressing on the areas where you applied the spirit gum. You are gonna have to go back in with the spirit gum and start applying it to the areas where it didn't stick or it dried too fast. And you are gonna need lots and lots of patience for this and a little bit of time. It didn't take me too long, but you are gonna need lots of patience because some parts aren't gonna want to stick, and then you're gonna have to just, you know, keep going back and forth with it. So yeah, if you don't want to use your hands to like press down on it, I would use the back end of a brush that's a little bit thicker, and then just use the brush to like, you know, flatten out the edges, and just keep applying the spirit gum and keep pressing down until your mask seems very flat on your face and it kind of like starts looking like it's blending in. And yeah, it would probably be a lot easier if you have 2 hands. I'm using 1 hand to try and do it and then 1 hand to try and, you know, hold the mirror. So yeah, just use 2 hands, guys. So I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, and it's Obsessions. I think I said a different word the first time that I mentioned this palette, so please disregard that. So I'm taking the darkest red in this palette, and I'm just smudging it on in the edges wherever the skin meets the mask. And also make sure to apply this dark red in the areas wherever you kind of see skin tone on the actual mask. Just make it look, you know, reddish, darker. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just do my normal face routine. I kind of wanted the queen to be like very beautiful but very evil looking at the same time. So this was my idea of like, hey, you know, she's beautiful but evil. So I used the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to contour my cheeks, and also I contoured my nose. And then I'm going to be using the Airspun translucent powder to kind of like make my cheekbones or wherever I contoured, make it look very sharp. And I'm going to leave the powder on there for a while. I also applied some blush and some highlight. I only applied the highlight to my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. I didn't apply it to my cheekbones because I felt like if I did, it would accentuate like the edges of the mask, and you totally do not want that. But I also wanted her to be glowing to the gods, so you know, I applied a whole bunch of highlight. And now it's time for the blood. So I got this blood in Party City. I don't recall how much it was, but I got the spray on kind and I actually really liked it. Make sure that you get something that you can get dirty though. So I got some tissue paper and I just put it on my neck because it does get kind of messy. So I started spraying the blood around the edges of the mask, and then I wanted there to be like drip downs, and I wanted the drip downs to kind of resemble like tears. So I did 2 identical drip downs on the opposite sides of my face, and then I got a beauty sponge and kind of like dipped the sponge in the bottle, kind of like you see me doing there, and then I just started spreading the blood around the whole mask. I did put some blood wherever like more of the skin color was showing on the mask. I wanted the whole mask to be just very bloody. Then I'm gonna go in with this NYX black eyeliner gel, and I didn't have a black lipstick, so I had to alternate, and this is what I found. It was totally perfect. So I went ahead and filled and outlined my lips, and then I'm actually gonna be putting like a little red shimmer on top of the black, and it kind of just gives it a pop, and we are all done with this look, guys. The Queen of Darkness is done. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video of the Queen of Darkness. Please do me a huge favor and give this video a huge thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. Also, if you happen to recreate this, please don't hesitate to tag me on social media. My links are going to be down below in the description. Stay safe on Halloween, and I will be seeing you guys in my next video.